Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode where we reflect on ideas about personal growth, discipline, and long term success. Today, I want to talk about something that almost everyone experiences, but very few people openly discuss. The topic is consistency when nothing seems to work. There are moments in life when we are putting in effort every day. We are working hard, we are learning, we are trying to improve, but the result we expect are not showing up. It feels like we are moving forward, yet nothing is changing. This phase can be frustrating, but it is also one of the most important phases in any meaningful journey. Today, we will explore why consistency during difficult periods often becomes the training point for success. Let us begin with an honest question. What do most people do when they try something and the results do not appear quickly? They stop. Not because they are incapable, but because they believe something is wrong. Maybe the idea is wrong. Maybe the plan is wrong. Maybe the timing is wrong. Sometimes these things may indeed need adjustment. But very often the real problem is something else. The real challenge is impatience. We live in a world where everything moves fast. Information travels quickly. Opportunities appear quickly. News spread instantly. Because of this environment, people begin expecting results at the same speed. But real growth still follow its natural rhythm. Learning takes time. Skills take time. Confidence takes time. And success usually appears only after a long period of preparation. One of the biggest misconception about progress is that we expect it to be visible. We want proof that our effort is working. But the truth is that many important changes happen internally first. When you start building a habit, the first change is not visible success. The first change is internal discipline. When you start learning a skill, the first change is not recognition. The first change is understanding and confidence. When you being working toward a goal, the first change is not achievement. The first change is clarity and resilience. These internal transformations are often invisible to others, but they are extremely powerful. They shape who you become. Consistency. Consistency is easy when things are going well. When progress is visible and motivation is high, most people are willing to continue. But the real test of consistency appears when results are slow. During these moments, we face doubts. Questions begin appearing in our mind. Is this worth the effort? Am I moving in the right direction? Should I stop and try something else? These doubts are natural. But the difference between those who succeed and those who stop often lies in how they respond during these moments. Successful individuals continue showing up even when progress is under, even when recognition is absent, even when motivation feels low. This ability to remain consistent during uncertain periods becomes a powerful advantage. Consistency does not require dramatic effort. In fact, the most effective consistency often looks simple: writing one page every day, reading a few pages regularly, practicing a skill for a short time daily, improving one small habit. These actions may appear insignificant in the moment, but when repeated over months and years, they create extraordinary outcomes. This is the principle of compounding effort. Small actions accumulate. Over time, they build knowledge, discipline, and capability. And eventually, they produce results that once seemed impossible. During my own journey, I have noticed that some of the most valuable growth happened during quiet phases. There were times when progress was slow, times when the work did not receive much attention, but those were the periods when the foundation was being built. Learning was happening, ideas were developing, and discipline was strengthening. Looking back now, those quiet phases were not delays, they were preparation. One helpful way to stay consistent is to think about the long term picture. Instead of asking, "What results will I see this week?" we can ask, "What kind of a person will I become if I continue this habit for the next 5 years?" When we shift our focus from immediate results to long term transformation, patience become easier. We begin valuing the processes rather than only the outcome, and the journey becomes more meaningful. If you are currently in a phase where your efforts feel unnoticed or slow, remember this: you may simply be in the stage where the foundation is being built. Progress does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it grows quietly beneath the surface. The important thing is to continue, to keep learning, to keep improving, and to trust the process. Consistency, when nothing seems to work, may feel difficult, but it is often the moment when success is quietly taking shape. So, my dear friends, thank you. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me today. If this episode resonated with you, I invite you to share it with someone who might benefit from this reflection. And remember, success rarely happens overnight, but consistent effort always moves us forward. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep rising. Thank you.